Previously, we learned what ARP spoofing is and how to use it to intercept connections in our network using a tool called ARP Spoof. I covered this tool because it is simple, reliable, and available for a number of operating systems. Therefore, learning how to use this tool can be useful in so many scenarios. However, in this lecture and in the next lectures, we're going to be using a tool called BetterCap. BetterCap can be used to do exactly what we did with ARP Spoof. So we can use it to run an ARP spoofing attack to intercept connections. And it can be used to do so much more. So we can use it to capture data and analyze it and see usernames and passwords. We can use it to bypass HTTPS and potentially bypass HSTS. We can use it to do DNS spoofing, inject code in the loaded pages, and so much more. For now though, I'm going to show you how to install the tool and give you a quick overview on how to use it, and we'll go over all of that in the next lectures. So I'm going to go to my Kali machine here, and to run BetterCap, all I have to do now is just type its name, BetterCap. Now, as usual, if you want to get more information on this command and how to use it, you can do --help, and this will give you a complete help menu. But you don't really need to worry about this now because we will be using the tool a lot throughout the course and you will learn a lot as you use it. So I'm going to clear the screen again. And to run the tool now, I'm going to type BetterCap, the name of the tool, followed by -iface to specify the interface that is connected to the network that I want to run the attacks against. And as you know, to get my interface, we can just do ifconfig. And I'm going to be running this against my NAT network, which is ETH0 is connected to. So I'm going to set my interface to ETH0. I'm going to close this. And I'm going to hit enter to run the tool. And as you can see now, we're inside the tool. We have a different prompt now in which we can use the commands of BetterCap. Now, as you can see here, it's telling us that we can type help to get a list of all of the commands that we can use with BetterCap. And since we don't know how to use it, I'm actually going to type help. And perfect. As you can see, we get a full list of all of the commands that we can use. Again, I'm going to use it with you now as we go through the course, so you can have a quick look on them, but don't worry too much about them. What's really important and you need to pay attention to right now is the modules. So these are all of the modules that we can use, or all of the things that we can get BetterCap to do. And as you can see right now, none of them is working except for the event stream, which is basically the module that runs in the background to handle all the events. Now, you can type help followed by the name of any module you want. And this will show you a help menu that shows you how to use this specific module. For example, I want to show you in this lecture the net.probe and the net.recon modules. So, since I don't know how to use them, I've typed help and I'm going to follow it by the name of the module, which is net.probe. I'm going to hit enter, and as you can see, you'll get a description of what this module does. So basically, it keeps sending UDP packets to discover devices on the same network, and we can do net probe on to turn on the module and net.probe off to turn it off. You can also see all the options that you can modify for this module, and I'm going to talk about options and how to modify them in the next lecture. So for now, I'm going to keep all these to the default option, and I'm just going to do net.probe on to turn it on. And as you can see, this will automatically start discovering clients connected to the same network. So the 10027 right here is actually my Windows target machine. So if I go to the target Windows machine right here and do ipconfig, you'll see its IP address is 10.027. So this is just another way of discovering connected clients quickly using BetterCap. And what you didn't notice right now is when we started the net.probe, it automatically started the net.recon. To confirm this, so if we go up right here, you can see the only module that was running is the events.stream. And now, if I do help, you'll see I actually have two modules running, the net.probe, which we just saw and we turned on manually, and the net.recon, which got turned on automatically by BetterCap. The reason for this is because the net.probe sends probe requests to all possible IPs, and then if we get a response, the net.recon will be the one detecting this response by monitoring my ARP cache and then adding all of these IPs in a nice list so we can target them. So now, because the net.recon is actually running, we can do net.show to see all of the connected clients. And as you can see, we get a nice list of all of the connected clients. We can see their IPs. We can see the corresponding MAC addresses for these clients. And it can also show you information right here about each one of these IPs. For example, it's telling us that this IP right here is the IP for ETH0. So this is the IP of this computer. It's also telling us that this IP right here is the gateway. This is the IP of the router. And you can also see at the vendor in here, it's attempting to discover the manufacturer of the hardware used in each of these clients. So as you can see for the gateway, it thinks that it uses a Realtek chipset. Now you can also see here the 10.0.2.7 device. Like I said, this is my target Windows device right here. So that's it for this lecture. I just wanted to give you a quick overview on how to get help about a specific module, how to run a specific module, and analyze the results that it returns. And in the next lecture, I'm going to show you how we can run an ARP spoofing attack using BetterCap to intercept the data and read usernames and passwords that flow through the network once we become the man in the middle, once we intercept the connection.